In just one day, one more day, this Thursday, Pope Benedict XVI will finally arrive here in Madrid for World Youth Day 2011. It's why everyone's here, and it's why we talk to the pilgrims about their thoughts on the Pope, the Catholic Church, and what the faith means to them in their daily lives. That's up next on Catholic News Roundup.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. The crew from RealCatholicTV.com is with us from Madrid yet again. Mike, I understand things are getting underway and there was an opening mass last night.
Hello Matthew from Madrid. Well, the opening mass for World Youth Day took place last night in Plaza de Cibeles and was attended by tens of thousands of pilgrims. We've spent some time combing the streets of Madrid here, talking with some of the young people to get their take on the Pope, the state of the Church, and their experiences as young people living in a world that rejects most of what they believe.
It's quite difficult in today's world because, the world's pretty much saying go against all that we believe.
How Catholic would you say most of your friends are?
Go to church once a year and then call it quits, I guess.
Yes, it is very difficult because I'm from Massachusetts, and it's not as strong a faith up there. Like, it's kind of bad to say that, but that's how it is. Like, I go here and I'm like, whoa.
Definitely, there's a lot of pressures in our society, and I think World Youth Day is definitely, it's great to see so many other Catholics your age, 2 million other Catholics believing in one thing from so many different nationalities.
The Catholic faith to me means family, community, everything that governs my life and how I live. And then whether or not it's difficult depends on where you put yourself in life. If you have a good family base that's Catholic and a lot of Catholic friends, they'll support you and you'll support them and it'll be good.
I'm about to head off to college, so there's the whole party, drinking, drug scene, whatever. That's going to be kind of difficult to combat, but good friends are huge. Like, none of my friends are into the party scene, whatever.
You know, the 10 Commandments, they're not easy to follow. I guess has something to do with our fallen human nature. But, I'm willing to give it my best shot, and I know God's always there to forgive me when I do the wrong thing, and, with His grace and strength.
What are you doing to evangelize them? There's an on-the-spot question.
There's a lot of retreats that we do at our church, and I'm trying to get some of my friends to do that, to kind of rebuild their faith, I guess.
There is a lot of negative media that we face just as kids, and all of the music and all of the bad news we receive every day. It's kind of hard to accept that and just say God is doing this for the best. He knows what He's doing. He has the plan.
As you can hear for yourself, Matt, most of these pilgrims are open and ready and willing to be stalwart Catholics. But as we all know, life as a faithful Catholic can be challenging, to say the least. It's also interesting that what they pointed out was, almost to a man and to a girl, that living the faith in community with other Catholics was majorly important to them.
I'm sure the Mass is beautiful, Mike. I really wish I could have been there myself. Did you get a chance to talk to any of the other older folks attending World Youth Day?
As a matter of fact, Matthew, yes, we were able to speak to a number of adults on this trip also. The parents felt blessed to be able to attend with their children, and the religious, the priests, sisters, nuns that we've talked to are also wildly happy to be here. As a side note, there's a rather large protest by atheists and secularists that's scheduled for later tonight on the eve of the Pope's arrival. So the young people here will be able to see firsthand the extreme dislike for the faith that some people harbor. Many people, in fact, in this formerly Catholic country. We'll be covering that protest, and we'll give you an update tomorrow.
Thanks, Mike, for keeping us up to date. In fact, we have a report on an attempted gas attack on the atheist protesters. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow from Madrid with all the latest on the atheist protest and the arrival of the Pope.
You got it, Matthew. Back to you in the studio. God bless.
And remember to stay with us all this week and next for team coverage in Madrid with the crew from RealCatholicTV.com as they bring us the latest from World Youth Day. We'll be back in just a few seconds with other news.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Police prevent gas attack. A Mexican Catholic pilgrim has been arrested by police for plans to gas anti-Pope protesters scheduled to gather for the pontiff's arrival. Police seized 2 notebooks containing equations unrelated to the would-be perpetrator's studies and a computer from his apartment with information alleging that others may have been involved with the gas attempt. Law enforcement members say they were alerted by the individual's comments on internet forums. The discovery of the attack was reported today, and Madrid media and organizers of World Youth Day are concerned that this news may drive tourists away from the area. Conscience clause compromised. A hospital in the United Kingdom is backing down after trying to force 2 Catholic nurses to take a hand in abortions. LifeSite News says the 2 women sought help from a hospital chaplain who referred them to the national director of the Thomas More Center. The center told the London hospital that they are in clear violation of the 1967 Abortion Act, also arguing that the beliefs of the nurses are protected by the 2010 Equality Act. The Thomas More Center had to threaten legal action again after the hospital tried keeping them at the clinic that dispenses abortion-inducing drugs, but the 2 nurses are no longer working. You can read the full article on our resource page by clicking the link right over here. Underpopulation crisis. Canada's older population is dying off while there are not enough children being born to replace them, thanks to abortion and contraception. In fact, the Demography Division of Statistics Canada reports that seniors will surpass the number of children aged 14 and under for the first time in history, sometime between 2015 and 2021. Canada's birth rate has shrunk to only 1.5, far below the required 2.1 replacement rate that is needed to sustain its population. These statistics are so alarming that they have the government encouraging citizens to work longer careers while coaxing younger immigrants to move into the country. These developments come at a time when so-called population experts are claiming that the world is overcrowded, even though countries like India and China are facing devastatingly unbalanced gender ratios that will also impact their population in a similar way down the road. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael talks about abortion. And to close the show, Mike is here with more of what we can expect from coverage of this year's World Youth Day. Mike, what's coming up tomorrow?
Thanks, Mateo. Just a quick reminder to check out our NoBullinMadrid.com website, where you will find our full coverage of news, Vortex, and our World Youth Day special reports each day. Today's topic, a look at a saint who is the founder of public education. Yeah, you heard right. A Catholic saint who founded public education. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.